Keep an eye on these 5 things entering US Open weekend. Pebble Beach, California. U with a 50-footer on the last, Gary Woodland polished off one of the best rounds at a Pebble Beach US Open and created even more separation at the top of the leaderboard. Woodland is at 9 under 133 U, 1 shot better than Tiger Woods' total when he went on a historic tear at the 2000 US Open. But unlike Woods, who ballooned his lead to 6 shots after 36 holes, Woodland's advantage is only 2, over Justin Rose. With so many pre-tournament storylines still alive through 2 rounds, here are 5 things to watch heading into the weekend at the 119th US Open. 1. Is it Gary Woodland? The 2 best major performances of Woodland's career have come in the past 3 majors. At the 2018, I learned a lot from that, Woodland said. I don't have to be. At 35, Woodland has developed into a more complete player, sharpening his wedges with the help of Pete Cowan and turning into a reliable putter thanks to Phil Kenyon. Those new skills are you kidding? Gary Woodland caps an unreal 6 under 65 round with a 50-foot birdie. He leads by 2. It'll be a tough round to back up. Woodland's 65 matched Woods as the best bogey-free score in a Pebble Open. 2. Brooks bid for 3, vying to become the first in more than a century to capture 3 consecutive US Opens. Koepka is lurking in a tie for 6th, just 5 shots off the lead. Most promisingly, he hasn't yet played his best golf. After appearing rusty last week in Canada, Koepka has shown steady improvement with his long game. He spoke of how poor the treble spot. Koepka historic. If nothing else, Koepka's mere presence has caught the attention of the final group, said Justin Rose. 3. When will the US? Through 2 rounds, the US Open setup has been fairly benign, as if the USGA, worn down by years of professional whining, finally relented. In the opening round, scoring was even better Friday, with light winds and more moisture in the air, and Pebble can firm up on most holes, save perhaps for NOS 5, 7, 8, and 14. At about 7,000, this golf course has plenty of teeth in it, Rose said. Because you're playing. 4. Another side to this decade, McIlroy has showcased the same firepower in each of his 16 PGA Tour wins/majors. In those victories he's had a winning score of 12 under or better. That won't be the case this weekend at the US Open, not with the 36-hole leader at 9 under and tougher course conditions expected. So that means McIlroy, who made the US Open cut for the first time since 2015, is going to have to show a certain grittiness that has been lacking. And to this point, McIlroy seems game. After his blowout, it added up to a 69 that left him 4 back at 5 under U and ready to write a new chapter in his career. 5. The other pursuer, Woodland's late birdie bomb made the challenge even greater for those who got off to slower starts. Dustin Johnson easily could have shot in the mid-60s Friday but missed several times inside 15 feet. He's 7 shots, a shot further back is Phil Mickelson, who made a run but bogeyed 2 of his last 4 holes. So is Jordan Spieth, and still another shot behind is Tiger Woods, who was sharper with his irons in the second round but mustered only 1 birdie and made consecutive bogeys to finish. Currently outside, related slideshow best of the US Open provided by MN.
Raindrops, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.